Ladies and gentlemen, this is a jazzy fizzle, production. Whoa, Miss the princess,
automatic, supersonic, hypnotic, funky, fresh. With my body so melodic, this beat rolls right through my chest. Everybody, Martin, Poppy came to party. Grab somebody, work your body, let me see you two-step. Rock it, don't stop it. Rock it, don't stop it. Rock it, don't stop it. Everybody get on the floor. Rock it, don't stop. Rock it, don't stop. Rock it, don't stop it. Rock it, don't stop it. Rock it, don't stop. Rock it, don't stop. Rock it, don't stop. It don't stop. It don't stop. Rock it, don't stop.
All right, DJs, that was one more quick mix with the Hercules DJControl Inpulse 300. This video is going to wrap up this series. And in this particular mix, I just wanted to show a few different features again of this controller. One of the really great features that I personally really like is how easy it is to get to this tone play simply by hitting or holding shift and hitting the hot cue. Once you do that, you pretty much have all of these different pads to change the tone. Also, really easy with the effects. If you hold shift and hit the roll button, now you can actually toggle these effects on and off. And in the bottom, you can actually, if you go ahead and enable effects in the software, you can change the effects by hitting the pad below. And then you can toggle them on and off with the top. And then, of course, the dry and wet. How intense the particular effect is going to be used with this dry or wet right here. Of course, like always, you have your hot cues, you have your rolls, you have your manual loop in and out. Definitely don't forget about the really helpful, especially for beginners, the beat match guide. Like always, after you have all of your tracks aligned, it'll always tell you if you need to go a little bit slower or a little bit faster, speed up or slow down by showing you these little red lights here. It'll also always make sure you're on tempo by flashing these lights here as well. Let me go ahead and turn sync off. When one track is too fast, of course, you'll see the light up on the bottom, indicating that you need to slow it down. And then opposite, if it's too slow, the other light will light up until you're perfectly in the middle. And then both lights will turn off just like that. Another great feature, of course, you have your sync buttons as well to quickly sync your tracks. Definitely good to scratch with. I really like how these platters feel. You can adjust the sensitivity in the settings if you need to. One particular thing to always remember when you are scratching is making sure that you have your scratch settings set up correctly. So in here, it'll start on this mix curve. Make sure that you check off scratch. Another thing that I personally like to check is post fader. You can go ahead and read that description at the bottom. I like to use post fader, so when I'm using effects, the effect actually lingers, or you get the tail of it, versus when you use pre fader, it'll actually turn off early. So I like to leave my effects routing on post fader. Other than that, you of course have your filter knobs, you have your Q knobs. Don't forget that you have that energy up top as well, which I've went over in another episode. You always have that energy to show you what particular vibe or what energy you have at that particular moment, so you can stay in that energy if you'd like to. You also have your DJ assistant, which is always going to give you some really great suggestions on what to play next. Both of those features are amazing for beginners and even for advanced DJs as well. If you're just looking for a quick track to play next, you can always open up that DJ assistant. And with that said, I hope you all really enjoyed this entire series featuring this controller from Hercules. You can purchase it in the link below if you like this controller. Definitely a highly recommended controller. If you haven't seen the other parts of this series, go ahead and check out parts 1, 2, and 3. Again, this is the final episode, so go ahead and cop it if you like it. With that said, shout out to Hercules for sponsoring this series. Really appreciate you all. And with that said, I'll catch y'all in the next video.